And the Bruins will kick it away to start us off. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. So the USC Trojans offense will have the ball first. In the football lore of the Golden State, there have been so many classics, and the Bruins pulled out a close one last season.
They did what they needed to do last year, no doubt. The Bruins came out and they executed when it mattered most. And, David, I feel like that's really lit a fire under USC in this game to try and get revenge.
Yeah, a year of hearing about it from all your family, all your friends in L.A. You lost to the Bruins. You're upset. You're ready to change that history and do something about it.
He makes the tackle at the 24-yard line. It's a pickup of 5, and they'll have a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Dropping back, it's Fox. Finds his big tight end. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. All right, guys, let's think big picture USC. As most everyone knows by now, one of the top disruptors on defense in the country, 5-star defensive lineman, and they got him with a huge verbal commitment last week. What's that going to do for them?
I mean, the excitement level through the roof. Getting a guy like that you know is plugged.
Breaks into the open. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. The Trojans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Right back to it. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but now facing 3rd down. He rifles one deep to the left. They needed a big play, and they got it. And the foot down for the first down. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. Looking to throw on first down. On the move, he fires. And he got a hand on it to knock it down in the end zone. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
Yeah, these are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. You don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. And these teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired. But you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circle the...
Touchdown, Trojans! Oh, that will be in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
How about the start from this offense? What a drive. Just when they needed a 3rd down conversion, they got it. They put a bunch of plays together, kind of wore the defense out, and in the end, punched it in for 6.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So the UCLA Bruins offense will go to work for the first time. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the thing. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
Fires to the tight end. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Dropping back, it's Coleman. Just a short pass to the tight end. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Pressure coming. Pulls it in. It's Flores. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. The Bruins are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, the power run here. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. This drive's been productive so far, already picked up a couple of first downs, now out close to midfield. They'll give it to him again. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Using the quick game. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And the Bruins are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. 3rd down play from the gun. Here's the pressure. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
Quarterbacks need time when they're in the pocket to complete throws. That QB had no shot after taking that hit.
And how about this? They're going to send the kicker out there to try to put a thunderfoot into one. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. What an absolute howitzer he unleashed off his foot. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. And he's coming out of the end zone. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. They'll leave it with him. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. That's the end of the period, and USC has the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. Off the play fake. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Scanning the field, it's Fox. Grabbed over the middle, it's Clark. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Trying to keep this drive alive. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on first down. And the Trojans come to the line with a new set of downs. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Looking to fire. Close to the marker, it's Jordan. Gets it out to the 40-yard line, give him 5 on that one. The Trojans have their offense in high gear. Out of the gun to give to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Makes the catch. It's Clark. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking for room. It's Wormley. past the sticks, and he may get more. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27. And the Trojans kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. They'll ride the hot hand. This time there is no running room to be found, and this defense wasn't going to get hit with a big run twice in a row.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
It's picked off, and they ruined the drive with a turnover. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32. Wants to throw. It's Coleman. Makes the grab. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Leaves it with the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Guys, let's take a minute here and think about UCLA.
Really good win on the recruiting trail last week. Got a commitment from a four-star linebacker.
He's going to help him out a lot because of his speed. He simply has things.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. The Bruins will call on their punt team. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Snagged in the middle. It's Wormley. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35.
Really nice pass right there. This guy's got a lot to live up to. So much pressure when you think about playing quarterback for the Trojans. Heisman winners, guys like Carson Palmer, Matt Leinart, Caleb Williams. There's a lot of people watching this guy hoping he can be the next great one at USC. When you see throws like that, he gives you the hope that maybe, you know what, he might just be.
Off the play fake on first down. Got a man. It's Dalton. Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. They get him corralled, but not till he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line, good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Back to throw, it's Fox. Finds his big tight end.
Well, I think for that play to work, you need to have some access, some cushion and coverage for the receiver to be able to do something with it after the catch. That time, the defender was just way too close, all over him, and he tackles him for no gain.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Looking downfield on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Marshall. They bring him down, but not before he gets a first down at the 35. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. To the air on first down. Fires to the big fella. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Back to throw time running short in the half. Got a man. It's Cox. They get him out of bounds. Couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Quickly to the tight end. He gets a little bit of work done. He goes out of bounds at the 42. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense has just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
And that's a nice end to this first half. Put points on the board, create a little bit of momentum. You're still losing, I know. Go into the locker room, talk about some adjustments, and come out with some momentum.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivals.
Bringing it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. UCLA will go back to work on offense. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. A 1st and 10 for this offense. The give on the option. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Back to throw, it's Coleman. Setting up the screen. There he goes. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the 1st down. And the Bruins come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to the back. Makes it past the marker. He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Lost a throw on 1st down off the play fake. Oh, it's on the ground. Live ball. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
And that's a great job by this defense, limiting the yards after catch. We know guys are going to get the football in their hands, and he gets the ball out quick, gets it to them. Nice job running to the football. When you chase the football, man, a lot of good things happen. That ball pops out, you recover it, a forced turnover.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on the field.
It's 1st and 10. They've moved it to the 41. To the ground with the back. He's knocked down at the 34, but they're sort of hitting them in the mouth with a 6-yard pickup there.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Trojans with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. Throws to the tight end. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down. And the Trojans are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Looking downfield, it's Fox. They've got the screen set up. He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking for space. It's Wormley. Across the 10. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. The Trojans pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. Try to barge their way in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Southern Cal. Lining up to add another. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. And handoff from the gun. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line. The victory bell's not some manufactured, concocted trophy, guys. This thing actually used to be on a train.
That is so cool. The origins of the story of all these rivalries and the trophies, Jesse, it's so cool. It's fun to find out about. And these guys out here are learning on the job about it.
Yeah, it's just really such a point of pride, the victory bell. Not just here in the city of Los Angeles, but to these kids.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. What a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
Well, another incompletion. You can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper, but they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort, and right now they're making the most plays.
He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. Looking downfield, it's Coleman. They'll run the screen. Fights off a defender. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. The Bruins have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Here's the handoff. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
And these short yardage situations, it all comes down to the up front. Like, who can win the battle up front? Can you get a hat on the hat? And they do. This offensive line, they get on the D-line, they create just enough space, understand short yardage situation, fall forward, and get a first down.
As we head to the quarter break, it is USC holding the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Sends it back in motion. Wants to go up top on first down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Big third down in the red zone, and this crowd is getting behind this defense. Fires to the tight end. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. And the Bruins didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Bruins!
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
Back to pass, it's Coleman. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. He barges his way into the end zone for the 2, and we are locked up here in the 4th. On the run from inside his own 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Ran to that daylight to pick up 6 to the 22. And the Trojans in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Not able to hook up the air, incomplete.
That's just great awareness by the defense, locating the quarterback and knowing they can't get to him. They can't get the sack. Just someone's got to get their hand in the air and knock it away.
Got it in the middle, it's Fowler. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. He's got it, first down and more. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. The Trojans will line it up on 1st and 10. They're looking for an advantage to the right. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and third down is coming.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
To the air, it's Fox. Under fire. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. And the Trojans will try to pin them back with the punt. First one of the day is on its way. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week. Only called on once. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at 23. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense got to stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Lost to throw on first down. The short hands. It's Flores. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Back to pass on second down. Just missed on the connection. Incomplete.
Hey, even those balls that are thrown near the line of scrimmage, they're going to the running backs and to the tight ends. Those small passes can go for big gains. Great job getting the mitts up in the air and deflecting that football.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. Quick spin on the run.
You know, I think in this situation of the game, too, if I'm this guy, I'm thinking the same thing, right? I'm throwing and getting yards, and if it's not there, I'm going to take this game over myself with my legs. We're in the fourth quarter. We've got an opportunity, one possession down, to get back in this thing. I just got to do whatever I got to do to make that happen.
Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. The clock has stopped for the timeout, and we have reached the final 2 minutes in this one. So now it's second and long. Looking for a man. It's Coleman. He finds a soft spot in the middle. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. Offense about to reel off its 7th play of the drive. Looking to throw on first down. Unleashes one deep. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass. Quickly out to the tight end. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Going to try to pop one on the screen. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Between the uprights, it's good. And the sideline celebration is on as they've taken the lead in the final minute. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. And at a return here, they'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking downfield on first down. Finds his tight end. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Second down, they'll go to the air. Unloads to the wideout. He had that one slip to the ground, and if he had held on, that might have been a wrap. Instead, it'll be third down. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Finds a tight end. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking to throw, it's Fox. Throws to the wideout. It's picked off, and that's number 10. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. This quarterback happy enough to take a knee and head to the locker room, but the defense still does have a couple of timeouts if they want to use them. This isn't the only victory bell in college.